Welcome back, students. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe to my TikTok page. So with that, let's go our lesson for today. Our quarter two, week 7 objectives. So at the end of the lesson, you should be able to, number one, solve problems involving algebraic expressions. Number two, apply the special products formula to solve word problems involving algebraic expressions. So, ito yung kailangan nating ma-master or matutunan ngayong week na ito. So, are you ready? Okay, so before that, let's have a review first. So, translate each mathematical expressions into algebraic expression. So, we have number one, 13 decreased by a number A. Kapag tinranslate natin to sa mathematical symbol, that is 13 minus A because the word decrease, that is subtraction or minus. Next, we have number two, thrice the sum of x, y, and z. So how are you going to write that? That is 3 times the quantity of x plus y plus z. Meaning to say the word sum, that's addition, and thrice, that is multiplication. And we have number 3, 50 decreased by the product of c and d. So with that, the expression should be 50 minus CD. Ibig sabihin, the word decrease, that is subtraction. And the word product, that is multiply. And for number 4, 6 times the number x increased by 10. So that is 6x plus 10 because the word times, automatic, that is multiplication. And the word increase, that is addition. And for number 5, the product of 8 and n increased by the product of q and r. So to represent that, we have 8n plus qr, meaning to say the product, that is multiplication, and increase, that is addition. Okay, so with that, let's have a review the steps in solving problems involving the algebraic expression. We have number one, step one, read and understand the problem carefully. Number two, identify the unknown quantity and assign the variable to represent it. We have number three, solve the unknown variable. And last, interpret your solution to answer the given question in the problem. So we have the given, let's have so with this given, this is equation actually, and you are going to determine the given problem that corresponds to its equation. So we have number one problem. Jenny has 8 more pens than Carla does. If Jenny has 21 pens, how many does Carla has? So kailangan natin i-apply natin yung steps natin kanina na binasa. So if you're going to analyze, you're going to choose which among this equation represent this problem. So that is x plus 8 is equal to 21. And then, what is the value of x here? And that is 13. Diba? You have to interpret the solution. And to check that, just simply 13 plus 8, that is 21. That is a backward method. We have another number 2 problem. Gabriel is 12 years younger than Mark. If Gabriel is 25, how old is Mark? So you have to interpret what equation corresponds to this problem. That is letter S. A minus 12 is equal to 25. And then interpret what is the value of A when you subtract by 12, that is 25. And the answer is 37. So we have number 3. Jane has scored twice as many goals as Jackie has. If Jane's goal total is 18, how many goals has Jackie scored? So if you're going to analyze this problem, the equation of this is letter A. 2s is equal to 18. Ibig sabihin, what is the value of s here? If you multiply by 2, the product is 18. That is 9. Okay. And we have number 4. Andre delivered 13 fewer, take note of the word fewer, plants this week than last week. If he delivered 41 plants this week, how many did he deliver last week? So if you're going to notice that the word fewer here, this is a subtraction. So meaning to say the equation is letter D. M minus 13 is equal to 41. So you have to think what is the value of M here. When you subtract by 13, the difference is 41. and dot is 54. So, did you get the pattern or did you notice that nire-reverse lang natin yung solution natin? Kapag ang given ay subtraction, you have to add. Okay, if the given is a multiplication, you have to divide or vice versa. And another problem, we have number 5. Teresa and her friend share a cake. The cost of the cake is shared equally between them. So if each of them pays 150 pesos, how much does the cake cost? So what is the equation of this problem, number 5? And dot is letter M. So P over 2 is equal to 150. So you have to think what is the value of P here. When you divide by 2, the quotient is 150 and the answer is 300 because of the word each, that is divide or division. And we have number 6. Anna sold 10 more flowers than Christy did. If Anna sold 35 flowers, how many did Christy sell? Okay, so that is letter H. C plus 10 is equal to 35. So what must be the value of C when you add by 10? Their sum is 35. So that is 25. Next, we have number 7. Raquel paid 4 times as much for a wallet as Alma did. If Raquel paid 360 pesos, how much did Alma pay? You have to take note of the word 4 times. And how much? So meaning to say the equation is 40 is equal to 360. Ibig sabihin, think of the value of t when you multiply by 4, their product is 360 and that is equal to 90. And for the last number, 3 friends went out for lunch. They shared the cost of the meal equally. If each person paid 55 pesos, what was the total cost of the meal? So the word each here, this is divide. So meaning to say the equation is letter U. Okay, and then you have to think what is the value of C here when you divide by 3. Their quotient is 55 and that is 165. Did you notice that if you multiply by 55 to 3, that is 165. So that is a reverse process. Okay, so with that, let's have another problem. So durian costs pesos times per piece. The question here is how many will 3 dozen cost? Ibig sabihin, kapag bumili ka ng 3 dosena, ilang pesos ang babayaran mo? So that is there are 12 pieces. So take note of this. There are 12 pieces of durian in 1 dozen. So we need to say if this is 1 peso, just simply multiply. And that is 36. Or simply, our solution should be 3 times 12. That is 36 pesos. Or 36x. So another we have number 2. Mark saves P pesos in his weekly allowance. So and with this problem, we are going to answer the letter A and B. For letter A, how much will he save in 3 weeks? Take note of the what? Take note of the word 3 weeks. So how do you present your answer in algebraic expression? So with that, that is 3P. How did you get that? And our solution is he will save 3P because 3 times P pesos. Okay, there is no value of the P pesos saved. Okay, that is our answer. For letter B, how much is he saving in 4 months? So the answer is 16P. Our solution for that, we have he can save 16P because there are 4 weeks in a month. So to get the answer, just simply 4 times 4 times X pesos. So meaning to say 4 times 4 times 1, that's why 16P. Okay, so we have another number 3 problem. A man deposits an amount of 5,000 pesos in his saving account. Each week after, he made a deposit of 2,000 pesos. So the question here is how much money does he have after 3 weeks? So the answer is 2,000 P plus T plus 5,000 because his deposit every week becomes 2,000 T since he has already 5,000 in his account. So after 3 weeks, his savings becomes 2,000 T plus 5,000. And that is our answer. Okay, another problem number 4. A row F feet long is cut into 3 congruent pieces, meaning to say congruent that is equal. So find an expression for the length of each pieces. The word each, this is division. So to represent the algebraic expression, we have F over 3. So meaning to say, to cut and fit long rope into 3 congruent pieces means you're going to divide it into 3 equal parts. Thus, the answer is F over 3. Okay, let's have another. Number 5, there are B people on the bus. At the next stop, 7 people get off and 10 more get on. How many people are there on the bus now? So if you're going to analyze, so the answer is B minus 7 plus 10. So why? Because B minus 7 represents the number of people left. Ito yung mga bumaba. Okay, and then kung bumaba yung B minus 7, meron namang sumakay. So that is 10. Kaya idadagdag natin yon. So if 10 people get on the bus, the expression would be B minus 7 quantity plus 10. Okay, so another, we have number 6. Ray is 5 years younger than his sister, Rowan. If Rowan's age is R, what expression stands for Ray's age? So the word younger, that is subtraction. To represent that, we have R minus 5. Because Ray's age is 5 less, binawas natin, than Rowan's age. So 5 less than R is R minus 5. So that's why the answer is R minus 5. Okay, so another, we have number 7. Anna worked M hours finishing her homework in mathematics. She worked P hours less on her homework in science. So write an expression that represents letter A number of hours she spent finishing her homework in science. So, and the answer of this is M minus P because she worked M hours in finishing her homework in mathematics and P hours less in science. She worked M minus P hours finishing her homework in science. And that is our answer. And for letter B, the total number of hours she worked for her homework in mathematics and science, that is M plus the quantity of M minus P. So since we already have the answer for M minus P, that is the science, that is answer because she worked M hours in her homework in math and M minus P hours in science. The total time she spent on the two subjects was M plus the quantity of M minus P. Okay, and we already have number 8. So a rectangle is x plus 3 centimeter long and 4x minus 1 centimeter wide. So what is the area of this rectangle? So this is the rectangle. So the formula of this is area is equal to length times width. So you have to label. Okay, that is x plus 3, the length, and the width is 4x minus 1. And then you are going to represent this length and width using this formula. And you're going to substitute. So we have the length at x plus 3 and the width is 4x minus 1. And then you have to recall the previous lesson that we already discussed. What must be or what should be or what property are we going to apply to solve this? So we use the product of two binomials. And the formula of this is x squared plus the quantity of a plus b x plus ab. Or you can use the FOIL method, but it takes time, mahaba. So you can use this na lang. So meaning to say, you have to substitute the given formula. We have 4x squared plus 12 minus 1x plus 3 times negative 1 because x times 4x, ito yon yung product of the first term. And then, since we already have the a, b, ang a natin ay, okay, so this is 12. Okay, saan ang galing yung 12? So, minultiply lang siya. Remember, this is the foil. This is the first, outer, inner, last. Yung inner, outer. Okay, so that's why 12 minus 1, 12 is the product of the inner and the outer. Okay, that's why 12 minus 1, x, plus 3 times negative 1. Okay, the product of this is the last term. Okay, and then you're going to simplify. That will become, the area now is equal to 4x squared plus 11x minus 3 square centimeter. This is now the area of this rectangle. Okay, next for number 9, if 15 bars of chocolate can be packed in a box, how many bars of chocolate can be packed in X plus 3 boxes? So if you're going to analyze, ilan magagawa natin doon sa box na ipapak natin na given yung 15 bars to sa X plus 3 boxes. So we have to write the given. So simply, you're going to distribute or apply the distributive property. So meaning to say, 15 times x, that is 15x. And 15 times 3, that is 45. Meaning to say, there are 15x plus 45 bars chocolate na magagawa natin. Okay, next, number 10 problem. Emmanuel earns 3b plus 1 times 3b minus 1,000 pesos while Jervy naman earns 3b plus 1 square, 1,000 pesos. Who earns more? By how much more? Okay, so you have to analyze what solution are you going to apply to solve this problem. Okay, first, you're going to write the given for Emmanuel, 3b plus 1, 3b minus 1. While Jervy, 3b plus 1 is square. And then, okay, so first we're going to solve for Emmanuel earns. So you have to apply the special product. And what do you call this? Special product. This is simply a difference of two binomial. Okay, and you're going to substitute the formula. We have the square, the first, and the second. So we have 3b squared minus 1 squared using this formula. And the simplified form of this is now 9b squared minus 1 pesos. Ito ngayon yung earns ni Emmanuel. Okay. While Jervy, you are going to update what is the formula to solve this earns. So yung 3b plus 1 square. And the formula to be applied here is square of binomial. So meaning to say, you have to apply this. Itong naka-expand. And then we have 3b square, i-substitute lang natin yung value na dito. You meaning to say, square mo yung first term, twice mo yung product ng first and second mo, and square mo yung last term. That's why 3b square, ito yon, plus 2 twice, ito yung formula, and 3b times 1 because this is the first and second. And square the last term 1. And therefore, if we are going to simplify, we have 9b squared plus 6b plus 1 pesos. And then you can now interpret who earns more. Okay, so obviously, Jervy earns more than Emmanuel. So next question, by how much more? So kung si Jervy ang mas maraming kinita, ilan ang dinamin niyang kinita kay compare kay Emmanuel? So you're going to apply the subtraction of polynomial. That's why we're going to subtract 9b squared plus 6b plus 1 minus 9b squared minus 1. So therefore, the difference of the Emmanuel and Jervis earn is 6b plus 2. So yun yung sagot natin sa by how much more Jervis earns compared to Emmanuel. 6b plus 2. Okay, next for number 11 problem, an edge of a cube is 2x minus 3 centimeter. Find its volume. So this is the figure of the given problem. And then the formula of this is simply volume is equal to edge cube or cubic edge. And then you are going to substitute the given formula. The given is 2x minus 3 cube. And then you have to apply what formula are we going to apply in using the special product. And that is the formula. Okay, we have x minus 1 cube. If you're going to expand, this is the final answer that we have. And then you are going to substitute. We have 2x cubed minus 3 times 2x squared plus times 3 plus 3 times 2x times negative 3 squared minus 3 cube. Okay, because this is the cube of binomial. Remember of that. And then if you're going to simplify, that is 2 cube x cube minus 3 4x cube x squared times 3 plus 3 times 2x times 9 minus 27. And then the final answer should be the volume now here is 8x cubed minus 36x squared plus 54x minus 27 cubic centimeter. And this is now the volume of the problem. Okay, so for the last problem, what is the area of the square whose side is 5m plus 2 centimeter? So, so you have to apply the formula. And this is the figure of that. We have the square. So meaning to say they have the same sides. And the formula is A is equal to S square. This is the side, meaning square lang natin. And substitute natin the 5m plus 2 square. And then you have to think the special product that we are going to apply. And that is square of binomial. If you're going to expand this, the answer should be a square plus 2ab plus b square. And substitute natin, that is 5m square plus 2 times m, 5m times 2 plus 2 square. And if you're going to simplify, the area of the given square is simply 25m square plus 20m plus 4 square centimeter. This is now the area of the given problem. And with that, you are going to answer the quiz number 8, all about solving problems involving algebraic expression. This is 25 items. So I hope you learned something for this lesson. So we'll see you next time and good day to all.